So I'm here with Leo Elliott of Scarlet Fire Guitars, and we're actually at Scarlet Fire Guitars headquarters, where Leo is making these incredible, beautiful guitars with the tiger and rosebud stylings that we also like, and the wolf. And he's been doing this for a while, but how long have you been in business as Scarlet Fire Guitars?
2009 is where I started. I actually thought it was 2011, but when I went back, look at the original, it was 2009, yeah.
Do you know how many guitars you've built?
It's somewhere upward in the high 30s, I think the high 30s.
So there's some very lucky people out there that have your guitars.
Sure.
I got my guitar in 2017 from you, and I've got it right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and pick that up right now. This is kind of in progress, right?
Sure.
Here, this is one that's being built right now for somebody.
Right.
And you can see, the craftsmanship and the wood and everything, and the hand hammered brass and the inlays, and then this is final result.
Come out with.
It's just a stunning work of art. And Leo, I know you're a guitar player too, and we were just looking at some of your videos that you have out
Sure.
there on your website. And just for those people watching, Scarlet Fire Guitars, the website is
Scarlet Guitars LLC.
Scarlet Guitars LLC.
Yes, thank you.
Great. I'm so happy with the guitar.
I really love it.
It sounds amazing. It plays right.
Yeah.
Everybody that comes to the shows wants to get pictures with it and everything. It's just a beautiful work of art that's playable. It's not hanging on a wall. It's you'll see it on tour at any of the Garcia Project shows. That tiger will be front and center there. So tell me about how you started making guitars. What was your favorite? Did you just?
Yeah, well, I've been playing for years. And I've done some repair work. I've always been good with my hands.
Yeah.
Kind of grew up, doing some wood shops. I had some familiarity with woodworking. My mom was actually an artist. She was actually a woodcutter, so she actually worked with smaller tools, and it was to do paintings and wood cuttings, prints.
Oh, neat, yeah.
So come from that kind of background, but I believe very early on I had worked on a replica of an individual. Another person had built one, and
a tiger guitar.
it was not a tiger; it was a wolf.
It was a wolf.
And it was an instrument that had a decent top on it, but inside it had two plastic pick guards, like pieces of plastic glued together with the top with plastic pick guards, and then a center, and then more pick guards.
Just
and then,
not a typical.
Yeah. It was like
and
I was like, wow, they're and this guy paid a large amount of money, even in 2003, it was a lot of money, and I was like, there must be a better way to do it. Someone, and it turns out I didn't know about Moriarty at the time, who was building these at the time, really excellent guitars.
Yeah.
But I was like, there must be a better way to do this, and I did. I rebuilt this for this guy. I took his neck, and he had fret problems. There was a hump in the neck and everything. So I pulled the fretboard off. I took his instrument. I built new wings, and this guy's
rebuilt the guitar.
Yeah, rebuilt the guitar. I was like, I think I can do this. It was really the wolf type.
Yeah.
I was like, and Juan still loves this guitar. He still has it now. My first real customer, and I started making a couple on my own. I made two instruments. I sold one to a guy in Germany on eBay, and another guy in Japan. And those are my first instruments, and I got those. They took me quite a while to finish. I think I finished in the first year. And I just kind of took off from there. The people on Are You Kind were very good to me. They bought guitars from me sight unseen.
Yeah.
I really hadn't built much.
Right.
And they really kind of got my start there, and just.
Well, that's
doing
great.
What I'm doing now.
When I first saw your guitar, it was in California at Andy's house,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, wow, the craftsmanship. Talk about the craftsmanship with me for a second, because you don't cut any corners.
No.
This is all hand carved, hand crafted, hand hammered brass. This is.
Yeah.
It's just really incredible the way you're building these.
I believe that when these were originally made, of course I have not spoken to Doug, but from what I understand, Doug, when the original maker of these instruments, first of all, this was a guitar that I believe Jerry said, just go buck wild.
Just do it.
He's like, just do it.
Yeah.
Go to the extreme, and I don't think these were ever, this is a once in a lifetime type of guitar.
Sure.
So They don't lend themselves to making. It's not like a Stratocaster. You just crank them out. But he did a lot of this work on his kitchen table, with hand tools. I mean, there were used tools.
But I've read some history. I mean,
Yeah,
he learned from a public school type of.
Yeah, well, he got his tools. He actually got his tools as a grant from the government.
Right.
On a disability grant or something.
Yeah.
But I think he got to start in a limbic. But the point was that I had to learn, to be able to work with hand tools, to be able to do all this by hand. I mean, there are some things, where I want to make repeatability, I have to learn new ways of actual manufacturing, because I'm not just making one, I'm not just making two, I'm trying to make 10.
But
whatever.
To still keep it handcrafted.
Yeah, well, that's the only way. Yeah. I mean, they're
mass produced.
Exactly. So it's never going to be that.
Right.
So my customers have to wait a little while for these instruments sometimes.
So you make the Tiger guitar. This is what we're looking at now, and the one that you built for me. You make the Rosebud,
right? Which
is a little different.
Yeah, it's not as ornate. It's less ornate,
and it's got a little different horns, right?
Yeah, it is. It's a little rounder in the hips, and it's a little larger instrument.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is actually true, but I have surmised that when he went to build the Rosebud, I don't know that he had the original pattern for Tiger.
I had read that he lost the pattern.
I believe that he actually used that base. Phil had that base that was in the shape of Tiger.
Right.
If you look at that base, it looks just like the Rosebud.
Sure,
I mean, it has that longer horn.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that this is true. It does, and I think that may be what he used.
That may be the case.
So, anyways, yes.
And then you make the Wolf too.
I make the Wolf too, and I made a lot of those.
And I believe you make custom guitars too.
I do.
Somebody wants to, if they have a shape they want you to do. And
yeah, I've done several like that. Yes.
Very cool.
And I've even done. I have a gentleman. I built a really nice Strat. He wanted a really nice done Strat. He wanted a really light guitar. I hand selected a really light Swamp Ash body. I think that guitar was like 6 pounds or something. He wanted a real light guitar.
And you've refinished guitars too. Like you said, you did a musician.
I've done several. I've done a lot of. I've been as musicians. I've done the carvings, a lot of carvings too. So they bring these guitars and I jarify them.
You'll jarify them, and you'll do your own touches too to fix them up and everything.
Yeah.
Leo is amazing with his intonation, the neck work. I had my $400 Warmoth guitar I brought into you.
Yeah.
I brought my guitar into Leo when we were doing the Tiger build, and you set it up for me, and you fixed the neck at that relief or whatever was bad on it.
Yeah,
and you fixed it all up, and it plays like a dream. I brought that guitar to Gary Brower in San Francisco, and on that same trip. And I said, Gary, this is my Warmoth guitar. Pretend I'm Jerry handing you a guitar, asking you to set it up. Just do whatever you would do to it. He brought it back out about 15 minutes later and said, I wouldn't touch a thing. So, I mean, that says something.
Yeah,
I mean,
he set up Jerry's guitar.
Right.
So,
and I'm telling you, that guitar plays incredibly well. It's nothing like the Cadillac of the guitars that you're building, though. I mean, I can't stress enough how incredible. I mean, it's just like you pick it up and you play it, and it's like, I guess the difference would be like, you might have a Ford Escort that you drive around, but then when you get to hop in a Ferrari and take it around the track,
it's a little different. Like that, there really is. People have a feeling that, hey, there is, it's a guitar, it's got strings, it's whatever, but there really is a difference in the tone, the way it's put together, the feel of the instrument, how it plays in the upper register. I know I went and saw you the other night. I thought it was a great show, but I noticed that a lot of guitars don't play. They don't have 24 frets because they don't want to have 24 frets. They don't. A lot of guitars don't play well in that upper register.
This one plays. It plays very consistently
throughout the
neck. That's what I want to say.
Yeah, consistently.
You can play here and be doing stuff, and then you can come up here and do stuff, and it just plays just as easy. It's a little tighter, obviously, because it's smaller frets.
Yeah, sure.
But it plays so consistently and so evenly. I mean, it's just an amazing guitar. I know you have a lot of fans out there now. Yeah. And I'm hoping that everybody always asks me. I'm hoping that I can send them to this video and they can meet you and they can see your guitar work and know a little bit about you. And, if you want a Jerry Garcia style guitar, I don't think you have to look any further than this man right here. And he'll hook you up and do you right. I
certainly appreciate
it's a great
that.
value too, what you offer for the amount of work that goes into it. And
And I really believe, I've had the philosophy that, you know, somebody may want a Jerry guitar, but if someone was to actually play Jerry's guitar, they might not be able to play that instrument. The way it was set up,
Right.
the way, he had a very high action. Maybe your fingers are small, or maybe you're big. I mean, Mick's a huge guy. He's a big guy.
When I came out, you measured my fingers. We looked at a bunch of different necks. We were able to,
So I really try to make you have a Jerry guitar, but it be your Jerry guitar.
Right. It plays right for me.
Yeah, for the person that's actually playing it.
Yeah,
So
and that's great.
And that's I think that's a difference. Something that makes a difference.
Well, I loved the tour of the shop. There's going to be some photos up on our website from your shop. We'll pop this video up.
Thank you guys for coming by.
And thanks, Leo. Appreciate you, man.
Anytime, Mick.
All right.
Thanks.